Hey everyone, recently I wrote a blog called What Are You Listening To? About what we listen to, read, and watch and how that affects our walk with Christ. At the end I wrote, the Bible tells us in Proverbs 23:7 that as we think in our hearts, that's who we really are. So be careful with whatever you plant into your mind. That is what will grow into the thoughts that will lead to the harvest of who you really, truly are. So make whatever changes you need to make to plant godly thoughts into your heart. I made the change. The question is, will you? I wanted to tell y'all some of my favorite movies, books, worship leaders, so that you could, if you're making this change, if you're just now making this change, I could give you some pointers. I love God's Not Dead is an awesome movie. My favorite Christian movie is also, they're from the makers of God's Not Dead. It's called The Encounter, starring J.C. Velasquez, Bob Maraschino, and it is wonderful. I love it. I seriously think I could watch that one like every single day. Another awesome one is This Is Our Time. I love everything I've watched so far from PureFlix Entertainment. Surrendered is another good one I've watched from them. But The Encounter is just like amazing. Books, Karen Kingsbury is wonderful. If fiction is what you mostly want to read, then Karen Kingsbury has some wonderful books. I love everything I've ever read from her. And if you're looking for instructional books on your Christian walk with Christ, Joyce Meyer writes awesome books. I recently read her Battlefield of the Mind, and I seriously think every Christian needs to read that book because it's about being transformed by the renewing of your mind, like the Bible talks about in Romans chapter 12. And it is wonderful. I highly recommend that. Some of my favorite worship artists are Carrie Job, Kim Walker-Smith, Jesus Culture. There are so many, but lately I'm more into the worship slow type songs than the contemporary, but I really like both, and I'm kind of a person who I kind of switch on what kind of sound I like to listen to. Some if you were into rap before, Lecrae has awesome Christian rap. It still has that sound you like, but with Christian lyrics. There are many wonderful upbeat Christian artists. Mandisa, Britt Nicole. There's so many. There's like almost too many to list. There is Jeremy Camp. He has a lot of slow songs and upbeat songs. The list goes on and on and on. There are so many. Natalie Grant is another of my favorites. But I could go on about all this all day long, but I just wanted to give you guys a few suggestions. Have a blessed day.